Okay, so it's been a pretty interesting day in the world of video games right now from what I got from a couple people. Devil May Cry, the new one, the reboot is coming out, or is out. I honestly don't give two shits because I don't want to fucking play that game even more than I already have from the demo. Regardless, if you want to like the game, that's fine. But what we're really talking about today is these gaming companies that are pushing it. They're pushing it to be something it's not while shitting on other games that are going to be really good. Regardless, even if I'm wrong about a certain game, that it shouldn't be pushed or whatever like that, you know, where do these game companies stand? This is what we're really talking about today. And as I said right here, as actually what I'm going to show you in a couple seconds on the screen, is something that Kotaku, IGN, Gamespot, Destructoid, you know, all the big reviewers and everything like that, reviewers, as I like to put it, they put up something today that my buddy Joe sent me, and I think all you fans out there, especially the ones who are going to buy these two specific games or know of what's going on in the world of gaming, should check out. So here it is. Take a couple of seconds, pause the video or whatever like that when it comes up. Just, you know, let it sink into your mind. Here you go. Yeah. Right? Any of you guys' mind blown too? Because mine certainly is. I mean, I don't understand this. I mean, this new Devil May Cry, as Kotaku pointed out, says better than the original Devil May Cry games that come before it. Now, everybody is saying we shouldn't treat this new DMC like the previous 4 games. I get that. That's fine. I'm a fair guy. I write and like that all the time. Everything. I'm all about characters and detail, so I'm looking at this at a fresh new perspective, putting old Dante and the rest of the DMC crew behind me. Everything. I'm trying to move on, trying to see what they want me to see. Fortunately for this game, I have not seen anything that interesting. Dante looks like a meth head, and he's just smoking crack and everything, you know. And now they're giving it 10s and 9.5s. Really? You serious? You gonna do that? Especially with the crap you just put on there, saying that it's like the best, what was it, enticing Shakespearean writing in video game history? Okay. Bullcrap right there, pal. 9.5 from Destructoid, saying the most satisfying combat, challenging gameplay ever made by Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory, a company that has 3 games under their belt, 3 no-name games that nobody really knows about, 4th one being Devil May Cry, and it ain't looking that sweet. Anything. I tried to give it a shot. There are some things that look pretty cool in it and everything, but it's not going to happen. Because with Devil May Cry, you've got a series, this game's like over 10 years old. I mean, hell, freaking, you got the 5th anniversary box set here. $20, factory sealed. I got this for, down at Newbury Comics. And over, online, it's over worth $100. Factory sealed. Regardless. You're taking a thing, like a video game series that has put itself in video game histories. Everybody knows Dante and everybody else from that series. They know what he's about. So Ninja Theory is taking a brand name that's very popular and just throwing it aside to this new reboot that they're doing. And if you want to do that, fine, but you're not doing it the right way. You're changing things about a character that you can't change. You can reboot other series and change things about characters and everything like that, and people will be like, oh, okay, we understand that. This actually makes sense that this could happen with this person. Nuh-uh. Not with this not with Dante. The way they built him up, he's too cool to change. The creator didn't want Dante to smoke. This new Dante's smoking. Anything like that. I mean, like, he's smoking a cigarette. It could be weed, or, you know, off-screen he's smoking crack, like, everything. I don't know. He does look like a meth head, though, if I'm correct. Right? A lot of other people agree with me on this. Regardless, they want us to look at it differently, but it ain't happening because they're saying, as Kotaku said, Devil May Cry is better than its previous games. Really? So we're not supposed to look at these games that we grew up on anymore? Everything. We got to look at this fresh, but yet you got the balls to say that this is better than any other Devil May Cry games that came out before, despite 2 being really bad and 4 not being that well received by fans. Regardless, that takes a lot of balls to say, you know. You're pretty much contradicting yourself and being an asshole. And that was from Kotaku with them. And GameSpot, theirs is what really kicked me in the balls. An innovative take on a tired and old character. As you saw in that picture, really, where is Dante old and tiring? Like, how does he tire? He's one of the coolest characters in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Granted, I don't play him because he's pretty tough to play at times for me, and a lot of other people play him. Regardless, how is he old? How is he outdone? How is he tiring? How is he boring? I don't understand. Where do you get that from? He's one of the most iconic characters from Capcom's history, and he's one of the most iconic video game characters. He's just got a cool factor that you can't touch. I don't know. It blows my mind. Then them beginning to shit on Metal Gear, IGN saying the writing is awful and takes itself too seriously. Bullshit, because that's not what Hideo Kojima is about. That man is about excellence. He's a prime example. If you're going to get into video games, whether it be about writing, whether it be characters, storyboard, gameplay itself, you look at that man's history and see what he's done. Because he's the kind of guy who says, you know, we're pushing this game up to, you know, another month, maybe 2. Maybe we'll push it back a year because I just don't feel that it's up the par with how I want this game to be. And the Metal Gear fans, instead of being all like other fans, would be like, I'm gonna fucking kill these guys, start sending death threats through Twitter and everything, because we're gonna get him, let's smoke more crack. No. Metal Gear fans will sit back and be like, yeah, if he says it and everything like that, it's probably not up to par. We don't want to pay $60 for a shitty game and everything like that and get screwed. Now, it goes on to say, let's see, Destructoid, and then what they said was, combat is riddled with artificial difficulty, QTE Blade mode is overpowered. Bullshit and lies right there. Also, Gamespot reports, it rapes everything about what the old Metal Gear series stood for. Really, I would love to see how that works, because I'm pretty sure they didn't play through the full fucking game. They probably played through the goddamn demo. Like, fuck, you know, like, boom. Fuck you, GameSpot, whatever. Seriously, this game looks friggin' amazing. And then the last one, everything, is where, like, it kicked a lot of Platinum fans in the balls right here. Platinum is slacked this time around in the gameplay, in the gameplay department, and only nerds need 60 frames per second. Now, let me clear something up. Like I've stated before, Ninja Theory only has 3 games and a 4th one coming out, or is out, that is... Platinum Games has 8 games. 8 beautifully created games. Maybe 6 or 7 of them weren't that well, but they were still more well-known than anything the fucking Ninja Theory did, probably. I'm just saying, like, I'm not really like a Platinum Games kind of person, but I've respected the work they've done and I've seen it. And I mean, hell, we got Bayonetta 2 coming out at one point. That's gonna blow the lid off shit. Everybody went nuts. That's the prime reason to get a Nintendo Wii U, other than Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. You know, it's just, these reviewers, they don't really know what they're talking about. Or, like I said, reviewers. They don't really get what they're talking about, because these guys, from their bosses, are getting paychecks from the game companies who come to them saying, look, you run a popular website, millions of people around the world are watching you and everything like that. We want to promote our game with you, but you can't say this, 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 and this. So pretty much we're dealing with video game communism at this point, or something like that. I don't know. Either way, these executives and these, like, reviewers on YouTube videos and everything like that, like, they're just sucking the friggin' corporate asshole and hoping to suck money right out of their asshole. Because I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. It's like, oh, there's $100. Okay, I'm going to go talk about the new Madden game and why it's so much different than every other Madden game that comes out every fucking year. Because honestly, it's true. There's a Madden game that comes out every year, and yet everybody thinks it's the most amazing thing. Call of Duty seems to keep popping up out of nowhere. That series is crap to me. Now, like I said, I'm not shitting on anybody who likes it. And like that, if you like Call of Duty or Madden, you're more than welcome to, because that's your opinion. That's what you like, that's fine. Don't try to argue it with me. Unless somebody else argues with you, saying that that game's a piece of shit and anybody who plays it is, like, you know, a loser or anything like that, then you start shitting on them, or, you know, you just, you know, curb stomp them or something like that. I don't know, do whatever you want. I'm not indicating violence and stuff like that. But don't hate on other people for liking games that just because you don't like them makes them suck or anything like that. It's a bit ridiculous. It's very childlike. Regardless, the reason why I do reviews is, 1, I do them for fun. 2, I do it to educate people. And 3, it's something I do on my spare time. I'm not getting paid to do reviews and stuff. I'm letting the people know, because my reviews last about 15 minutes. You know, some of them are less. But in my reviews, and a lot of people have criticized me for, I do reviews 15 minutes long so I can get into the real nitty-gritty, like the details of the game. why this game is so good, why it's bad. I'm trying to like get all the good and bad out there so people are watching and be like, okay, well, I didn't hear that from like IGN or Gamespot. I wonder why they didn't cover any of that stuff. Why didn't Kotaku talk about what he's talking about? That's what I do. Because I don't want you going out there and buying a game that's $60 and blowing it and everything, you know, and losing the receipt, not being able to return it or whatever. Let's face it, the world ain't getting any better. The economy sucks no matter what. $60 for a game is a lot of money that you can use to fill up your gas tank, or most cars, you know, you could pretty much get half a tank, maybe, depending where you live. Regardless, I don't want people going out there and buying games that these guys are saying that are fucking unbelievable, where you can wait a month and pay for that piece of crap game that they say is amazing. You can pay for it and get it, like, you know, 20 bucks cheaper at one point, or maybe like on Amazon like they do. Regardless, this is what we gotta understand here. These game review companies are being paid by corporate places like, you know, like all these other ones. I won't like name any names and stuff like that because they're companies I do like. It's not that it's a different department. But like I said, they're sucking the ass and they're smoking the crack and everything, and they're shitting on good games and hyping up bigger games. Regardless, this is just like a rant that I thought needed to be addressed because the way everything's going lately, it's just total bullshit. It is 100% total freaking bullshit. And I'm glad my buddy Joe sent this to me today because we were all looking at it, and my buddy Gene, he even wrote down, he goes, wow, those checks must be pretty good for those reviewers. And they're right and everything, you know? Like, I truly believe that those reviewers don't even, what do you call it? They don't even know what they're talking about half the time. Half of them don't even play the game, or if they're playing a sequel to a game, they never played the sequel, or they just went on YouTube and watched a couple of videos and how the original looked. Regardless, I review differently. I review for you people. That's what I do. I review for the people. I do what I can. I'm not getting a paycheck from anybody. I'm doing it for fun, and I'm educating people in retro gaming and new age gaming. Granted, I like the retro ones a little bit more, but still. Regardless, this is what we need to get out. So down below, please, write down what you think about this video. Write what you think about IGN. Write what you think about the new Devil May Cry and how it's being rated, how Metal Gear got rated and everything like that. Let me know. Hit us up on Twitter, because obviously you can see that one in the box below too. Write me questions. I'll get back to them like that if I can. I'll do anything I can to help people answer questions about games. It's what I do here. You know, go to IGN if you want everything. But if you want true, honest, unpaid, like, you know, not being forced, no gun to my head telling like you about a video game, I will tell you the honest to God's truth. Because if I haven't played the game, I got a good bunch of friends who play games even more than I do, and they know more intricate details about games than me. So I'll get you the real results fast enough, faster and better, and they're not lies like half these other guys out there. Now, I'm just waiting for the lawsuits to come in at this point. Trashing these guys. Like I said, it's just my opinion and everything. I could be wrong, but at the same time, I feel real strong about this. So, like I said, that's it for now. Just, you know, go play old school games, play the new school games, play what you want, and don't listen to pretty much anybody else who tells you shit. You want to know a question, ask it. I'm here to answer them for you. That's what I do. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button up top or down below, wherever it is now, because YouTube's ever changing everything. And if you have anything like this, like what I've talked about, if you see any of this stuff on YouTube, send it to me too, because I'll gladly do another video on this, you know? I'll get input from my buddies, and I'll have them come and join us for a video and stuff, because this is pretty interesting stuff that needs to be addressed, you know? We gotta stop listening to these bigger guys who are getting paid to say stuff that ain't true. So, like I said, just keep playing games, and I'll keep raging for you guys. I'll keep talking for the guy who has no voice, because, hell, I got nothing else better to do, really, you know? Alright, guys, I'm done. Go play games, have fun, and that's it.